Blog Talk Radio.
Basically.
What the hell is that?
I'm sorry. Well.
Welcome to the Will and Thunder Show.
Welcome to the Will and Thunder Show.
Well, hello there, guys. Welcome into the Will and Thunder Show. I am Kevin Thunder. Welcome to another Tuesday night. We're going to have a little bit of fun this evening. Out here I have Will Telltale. How you doing, buddy?
I'm hungover still.
I feel you. Chris, how you doing tonight?
Oh, it'd be a lot better if my fucking computer would work, but other than that, I'm doing fine.
Your computer's got a hangover, too.
Yeah, no, it's just mentally challenged. It can't handle having more than one thought at a time, basically.
I resemble that remark.
Well, for those of you who are wondering why I was hungover, whatever, it wasn't a pretty win, but it was a win just the same. Our Miami Dolphins didn't beat themselves; they actually beat the Jets.
Yes, they did, yes. We'll take it any way we can get it. And yes, watching that ugly game last night, I had one or two beverages during the game, and I'm feeling your pain today, Will. I'm feeling your pain. At least you didn't have to work today.
Exactly.
I was not so lucky.
But you know what? We beat the Jets on Monday night, and so that's
right.
really
that's
all
right.
It was worth it.
They were talking last night about the clock play last night before the game. It was pretty cool, man. But so anyway, what else is new, man? What's going on? What's going on in the world of the rock and roll today? We got any good stories that we can tell?
We do. I've got a few of them, but first I want to let everybody know what's going on with our guest. Our guest Gabbie Rae. She's a 16-year-old singer, heavy metal singer who already is making a really big name for herself. She's opened for bands like Queensryche, Stryper, White Lion. She's been on the she was on last year's Monsters of Rock cruise. She's going to be on this year's as well. So I mean, she's really making she's where we wanted to be when we were 16, except she's good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. I mean, people don't realize. I mean, you hear this, and you'll have a pop star here or there, that comes out at a real young age, But I mean, to play with bands like the likes of Mindcrime and Stryper, I mean, the talent that has to be there.
Queensryche.
What did I say?
You said Mindcrime.
Jeff Tate's band is Mindcrime.
Look, telling you, that was a Mindcrime on myself. Anyway, but yeah, I mean.
See, where would you be if I wasn't here?
Look, I'm telling you right now, I have no idea. But I mean, just to have that kind of talent, especially at that age right there, is amazing. I mean, I can't wait to talk to her, and see where it all got started from and how long she's actually been doing this. Because I mean, she had to start when she was in utero. I mean, to be that good.
I was going to say, I'm either going to be very excited or I'm going to end up by the end of the night feeling like a complete failure at life.
Absolutely.
I think it took me 16 years to just, I don't know. I think over the last 16 years, I think I learned to bake a cake or something. I don't know.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's I'm still learning how to get through life day by day, and I'm in my early 40s here, and she's already out on the road playing with these
warm water.
I don't even I haven't even got that far yet. I just throw everything in there together. I mean,
well, she's playing with bands that we idolized when we were 16.
Exactly,
yeah, that's a trip, right?
But I mean, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to talk to her, man, and just and to hear some of her life experience. I mean, hell, she's 16 and she's had some life experiences that I'd love to have. I mean,
so if I'm not at the show if I'm not here at the show next week, I hung myself because I realized that
this could be the last edition of the Will and Thunder. That's right. That's horrible.
But anyway, she will be with us for going into our second hour, so she'll be with us about 11 Eastern. We goof off for the first hour of the show, and then we bring our guest in. So,
I think we goof off all,
we torture the guests with stories about our private lives.
Yeah.
We make them work for their guests.
Do me a favor. I'm having a technical difficulty here. I will be right back. So just carry the show. Don't start the news without me. I'll be right back.
No, that's
all right.
I can't start it anyway.
Well, anyway, yes, I'm here. I am here.
You guys had a win this Sunday, so I had a win too.
Who did you guys play this week?
We played Carolina, and we won. Yay!
Yeah. Well, the sad thing here, in the next couple weeks, it's going to be our Dolphins versus your Vikings.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I actually think it's the last game of the season.
No, I think it's no, you know what? I think you're right. I do believe you're right. I cannot get online to check my freaking Viking schedule. Everything is freezing up or not working.
I know that we play you. We play you in the next 4 weeks or so. I think it's the last game of the season, but that'll be an interesting game or an interesting Tuesday show after the game.
Yeah, I'm back.
Well, welcome back in.
Thank you. Anyway, let's.
I give you applause, but I can't get into the studio.
Well.
I'll clap for you.
I want buttons.
Clap in real life. There you go. Yay.
I want buttons. That's not fair. I'm going to start making my own noises. I'm just going to, do it myself.
Which is weird because I can get into every other section of Blog Talk Radio no problem, but as soon as I click studio, it's like, fuck you.
It just freezes up on you.
Yeah, it just sits there and says, no, you shall not pass. It's pulling a Gandalf on me.
Not in my house.
You shall not pass. I need to get that
right.
on there. You shall not pass. I need to get that.
Yeah, so, we really do. We need to.
So what do you say, news or history first?
Oh, you know what? I think either way, no matter which way we roll, it's going to be thunderific.
Look,
I think we should do it.
Go ahead, go with the news because I
read the news today, oh boy. Have you read the news? Have you read the news?
Who's that guitar player? Welcome to the news. We've got. I'm going to go ahead and start with the one. Thunder already knows what this one is. There's a symphonic metal band. In Sweden?
No, Delane. They're from the Netherlands. I gave you the same. I'm looking at the same article I sent you, and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Delane is from the Netherlands. So that's where they are from, because this is a band that we write about at Sonic Cathedral, so I know a lot about them. And, yeah. Their bass player
Will, me and you, yes, we have a hangover, but you know what? I don't feel that bad, because this guy, man, God bless America.
Yeah, this guy is definitely having a worse day than you. No matter who you are right now.
Okay, first, just the word rupture is bad. I mean, you think, this guy had a ruptured spleen, or he ruptured his intestines.
Since you guys are males, should I handle this? Because you guys are probably, like, turning a little queasy at the thought of it.
I got the shakes right now.
Go ahead. I read his whole description of what happened.
Me too.
I liked how
Should
he
I read the description too?
Well, no, that's not necessary, but in his description he said that if you're planning on having sex in the next hour or so, you might not want to read this.
All the bass player groupies are crying right now. They've all got little shrines, and they're very upset. So
all three of them.
What happened... what happened is Delane was playing a show in Birmingham, the home place of heavy metal. They were playing a show in Birmingham either last night or a couple nights ago, and the bassist, I mean, to put it, let's not mince words here. He got hit in the nuts by a beanbag from a streamer cannon. I mean, basically, he took a cannonball to the nuts, and so now his testicle is ruptured, and he's going to have to be put an ice pack on that for a while, and he's going to be down and out. So. We do not know if Jerry Lee Lewis was behind that. We don't know if he was the guy who shot the cannon. We're looking into that.
Oh, my goodness.
It could have been Jerry Lee Lewis or Don Dokken.
It was probably one of the two.
I'm putting my money on Jerry Lee because he's done this before.
This is true.
Oh, my goodness, man. I cannot,
But this is the kicker. Okay, this is the kicker, guys. He finished the show.
I know.
With a ruptured testicle. He still rocked it out and finished the show. He did not just, keel over and say, I'm done, which I'm sure most males would do after getting...
Look, man. He said it swelled up the size of a grapefruit.
Yeah. And, I mean, I've seen Delane before, and they're an awesome live band. And their bass player, is a guy and everything, but I just this just shot up my respect for them 1,000-fold, which I didn't think I could possibly have more respect for them, but after hearing that, it's just, my God, anybody else would be like, dude, get off stage, or, go get that looked at.
I need to look.
He's like, no, I'm going to keep rocking,
Well, look, man, this guy deserves true, tried and true man card. This guy is tough, man. Yeah. I mean, he's going to be in the next. He's going to be in Expendables 4. He has to be. He's the next action hero right here.
When you say he's got balls, he's got balls.
Oh, look, yeah. Well, no, I mean, it depends on how things work out. He might not have balls. He might just have one.
The article said that he was going to be that they were able to save it.
Well, no. What I read is that they did surgery on him and they drained 500 milliliters of blood off of it, and he has to go have an ultrasound in 6 weeks to see if everything heals up all right. So he might be Lance Armstrong in it.
Yeah, I'll get more news about this. I'm actually friends on Facebook with the guy who runs their American fan club, and I know that he has talk to the band or have contact with them, so I can find out for sure what happened. Because a lot of these websites, they don't even know where the band is from, for one. So I'm not really going to take a lot of what they say with a whole lot of credibility here.
I hear you.
One site
took a beanbag to the beanbag. Oh,
right.
I can't imagine a beanbag to the beanbag. God bless America.
Right, yeah.
And you know how powerful those cannons are? I mean, they shoot streamers hundreds of feet into the crowd, and you're right next to that. Oh, mercy.
Can you get?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be set on fire by pyro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's metal.
I mean, I've been in situations where you get hit in that place, and the pain is unbearable on a minuscule account. But I can't imagine. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm not
God
sure.
bless him.
I'm not sure what would be worse. That, the cannon, or getting kicked in the nuts by an NFL kicker.
It's about the same, I'd imagine.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of those baseball games. You know how in baseball, when the pitcher throws the ball, it now shows on the side how fast the ball is going, like 95 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
I would like to know how fast that cannonball was going, that beanbag was going when he got injured.
Well,
it's horrible.
I watched the video. I watched the video of that incident, and
holy shit, there's a video. See, I haven't really been online much today.
There's video of it, and it hit him, and he just stood there. I mean, he did not. You had no idea that he had just gotten his manhood attack.
And he didn't flinch or make that there was.
No,
I would think that at least.
In fact, it. But wait, there's more. I mean, after that happened, the song that they were doing, I think it's called "The Gathering," but
oh yeah, that's a fan's favorite. It's a really good song.
They do this thing where they all, the people on the stage just start jumping up and down. He was jumping up and down after this.
I'd have been jumping up and down too.
Be like, walk it off. He was just like, I mean, I want to hit the take a salt tab right now, but I don't know.
They might have thought that was part of the show. It really was. That was him screaming. Jumping up and down and screaming. I do the same damn thing. Oh, golly, Bill. I can't
Take a salt
imagine.
tablet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will. Thank you. Yeah,
That's going to leave a mark.
I'm trying to get in here through 3 different browsers, and it's just not letting me. So I'm thinking it's a Blog Talk Radio thing because it's just not having it.
Bam.
I tried on Chrome. I tried on Firefox. My God, I even tried on Internet Explorer. It's just not happening.
Internet Explorer will open it up like
Yeah, you know what? I thought for sure when all else fails,
It'll open it up for this show when we're getting ready to go into next week's show.
That's what I'm saying.
But at least then it'll be ready.
That's right.
So, you gotta look at the bright side.
Let me play the songs, because if that's the case, you'll have Gabbie Rae's songs and I'll have Chastain's song.
That's right.
The what? Yeah, I will send you next week's songs, definitely, but so yeah, I mean,
right.
this is as soon as I saw this news story, I thought of you, Thunder, obviously, because
I appreciate
you're
that.
gonna have to add this to your conspiracy of bass players. Somebody out there. I think I think your story's starting to have a little merit here, Thunder, because it looks like there's somebody out there who's looking for bass players and trying to take them down. And
and look, now they're using cannons. Started with guns, now it's cannons.
Yeah, the guns weren't enough.
That's all right.
Here's a
it is.
There's a silent uprising. There's a silent uprising. Don't worry.
Here's a public service announcement to all bass players out there, especially for the more theatrical bands. Bass players, do not shoot yourself out of a cannon.
Yeah, or wear a cup. Wear a cup on stage. I'm telling you, it's just.
When did rock and roll become a contact sport?
You know what? That's metal, baby. I mean, that's.
I'm telling you, man.
That's heavy metal, man.
He needs to join the Janitorchers.
The Janitorchers.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I'm here all week.
Damn it, man.
But yeah, I'll try and find out if how long he'll be on the mend, and because actually Delane will be doing a tour in the spring here with Nightwish and everything, so I'm pretty sure he'll be well by then. But as far as their shows coming up in the near future, I'm not sure how long he's going to be out. So.
And their lead singer, every time they introduce the band from now on, be like, and the bass player with the biggest balls in rock and roll. That's right.
Yeah, actually, yeah, and you know what? The weird thing is, this just gave their song from one of their last albums called "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" just gave it a whole new meaning. I would say they need to put that song on the set list. I'm putting it out there. They need to put that on the set list and start playing it. And yeah, so.
Oh man.
Yeah, and they have another song on their new album called "Your Body Is a Battleground." So I mean, there you go. If they haven't been playing that already, which I'm sure they have, they definitely need to keep it in the set list forever now.
Oh man. Every time from now on that they play The Gathering, that bass player is just gonna cringe. He's gonna be looking around like, all right. Golly.
And it's supposed to be a fun song because it's a fan favorite and everybody gets involved and everybody gets excited, but this guy's just going to be like, no, and they have to do it every night. It's like one of their biggest songs, so they're never going to take it off the set list. So every time he starts it on, he's just going to be like, no.
That's right.
And shit.
Well, can you get you got to get him on the show. You got to get him on the show.
Yeah, actually, that thing we've been talking about getting more of our European guests on here. I actually was thinking about considering that, seeing if I can get these guys on the show and see if they can come in the near future and talk to us a little about what happened.
That'd be awesome, man. God.
Yeah, that would be great.
Well, the singer, they have a female singer, and I would think that after this incident, she might actually need to look over her shoulder because of the fact that he's probably got a higher voice than she does now.
I was thinking the same thing. Good thing they're symphonic metal, He can really get, they can hit some harmonies now.
Well, she's not the operatic type, but yeah, I mean, she is a pretty good singer, but maybe now we can come in with those backing vocals, and do the higher parts, and cause,
that's right.
Well, they're now capable of backing vocals like similar to like what Stryper or TNT have, which would be awesome.
Yeah, they don't have to use a DAT or they don't have to use backing vocals from a tape. They could just use it now.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, no matter what happened to you people today, at least you didn't get hit in the nuts with a cannon.
That's right. With a cannon.
Well, I got one more thing to say. About this. One good thing, if there's going to be a good thing to come out of all this.
Oh God, where's the rim shot when you need it?
Won't be many of those for a couple of weeks.
No, the drum thing.
I understand that.
I can't get any of the sound bites here because Blog Talk Radio is being a jackass as well. That's another sound bite.
Well, anyway, one good thing that will emerge from this will be that if he survives, his stock as a potential mate is just going to skyrocket. Because can you imagine? Can you imagine if he's that tough? Can you imagine the babies he's going to make?
Oh man!
Yeah, they're going to be like the most metal, badass ninja, axe wielding.
That's right.
Amazon.
They're going to be born like that. It's going to come out. They're going to be born. That's right. They'll be born wearing, full beard.
I think that the artist that did all the Molly Hatchet album covers and the Manowar album covers went into the future and
saw what his kids look like.
It could be. You never know. I mean, that whole time travel paradox thing going on there.
Mm-hmm. Telling you that the Molly Hatchet album that's this guy's kids. In the future.
Oh man, or all the Manowar, the guys in the loincloths,
That's right. Baby's born with full-grown beard.
Yeah.
Six-pack abs.
Punching people.
That's right. Comes out, just punches the doctor in the face.
The nurse is trying to slap his bottom when it's born. Like, no, slapping your bottom.
Turns around and kicks him. Yeah. It'd be awesome. Just stands up, bends the nurse over and spanks her. That's the way you do it, damn it.
Oh, so awesome.
It is.
But yeah, I'm sorry for Otto. I hope he gets well soon and that he's back rocking the bass ASAP. But yeah, if I were to give him any advice, just wear a cup on stage. Better safe than sorry. You don't want to lose the right testicle.
Man.
You know something. I could just see him if he ever has a chance to meet James Hetfield. James Hetfield will be like, yeah, these scars. I've still got these scars from my experience with the pyro and everything. I'd be like, dude, I don't want to hear it. I got my nuts shot
away
off.
from me.
Yeah. And you know what? You always hear about veterans. You always hear about veterans sharing war stories. It's just when the metalheads, when all these metal guys get old and retired and are sitting in the metal retirement home, they're going to have some stories to swap, like when Blackie Lawless almost got his dick blown off by pyro, and like, oh yeah, I almost got my dick blown off. Oh yeah, well I got shot in the nuts by a cannon.
Just imagine. I mean, in all honesty, when we get to that age where nursing homes are a factor, can you imagine a nursing home and you have a bunch of 90-plus-year-old people in there, the TV's on, and we're watching Headbangers Ball arguing what the best Metallica song was?
Actually, yeah, I had something like that I posted on my Facebook not too long ago. Like, at the metal retirement home, everybody's going to be arguing about how Metallica sold out when they had short hair. Like, that's going to be the discussion at the buffet table, where at the cafeteria table.
It's going to be insane.
We're all going to be sitting there, in our rocking chairs.
That's right.
Crocheting Metallica shirts.
Be like, man, fuck you. Ride the Lightning was the best album. Put your teeth back in and shut up.
Yeah, no, Master Puppets.
I brought up TNT a couple minutes ago, and I got them in the news as well. They're all back. TNT's back together and sounding really good, but they are actually in the studio. They've gotten 3 brand new songs for their next album.
Nice.
Recorded. So that's a little snippet of information there. I always liked TNT. They were great band, and maybe now I'll get a chance to see them in concert because I missed them first time around. But,
is there any word if they're going to tour or anything? Or
I'm sure they're going to tour. They're already touring Europe.
Sometimes these bands, like when we were talking to Helix, maybe some of them can only go to certain places or.
Well, Tony Harnell's an American.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about just America. Like, they may not be able to go over to Europe or, a lot of these bands get together and tour again, but they can't always go where they want to go. Like, I know every time I go on, whenever I see shows announced on the Queensryche Facebook, everybody's like, why don't you ever come to Europe? And, it's just, no, because it costs money to kind of go there.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure TNT is going to do a U.S. tour.
Yeah, well, speaking of Queensryche, they just announced that they're coming back to my neck of the woods in late March, so I am just ecstatic.
Well, maybe Gabbie Rae will open for him.
Actually, I saw her when she didn't open for Queensryche on this show, but she came out and sang guest vocals with the band that did open for them, and so I am vaguely familiar with her, and she sounded great. Actually, she was the only thing I remember about the opening band set at all. I didn't really think much of the opening band. They were kind of like that screamo type stuff that I don't know how stuff like that. Yeah. Like, I look at that and it's just, this is not really the audience for a band like that. We're all a little too, I'm going to use the word mature. We're all a little too mature for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to say old, but yeah, we'll just say mature.
Well, you remember that rap song, that rap band that had a song called "Banned in the USA"?
Yeah.
I remember Two Live Crew had a song called "Banned in the USA," but
Yeah,
I'm not really familiar with Rat.
Oh well, the
I thought you said Rat. I'm sorry.
Rat. The death metal band Cannibal Corpse is now banned in Russia.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah.
It took them that long to get banned in Russia.
In July
have they just now picked up their music?
Yeah, right. Yeah, Cannibal Corpse.
Well, a lot of those Eastern Bloc countries, it takes a while for albums to get over there. And the first album from 1982 just finally made it over there.
That's right.
Well, in July of 2013, Russia passed an anti-blasphemy law, introducing fines and possible prison sentences for offending the feelings of religious believers. Which, I'm not going to get all political here, but I mean that's Russia, really?
Right.
I mean, but they on October 10th they had a concert that was shut down by armed riot squad. Like 30 minutes into the set, fans were taken in and arrested and taken in for drug tests and everything. But the police were saying that they were either charged with disorderly conduct or being drunk in public. Let's see, you're drunk in a bar.
Yeah, exactly.
But but yeah, they it's illegal to say anything about that might offend the feelings of religious believers in Russia. That's just weird.
Yeah, and and I don't want to get political either, but sometimes when people here in this country get carried away with their, my religion is being persecuted, or separation of church and state, blah 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 blah, or whichever side of the fence that you're on, I think it's important to remember, it's cool that we still, for all that we say that things are being oppressed or things are, at least we do not live in a country where you are actually banned or persecuted for saying I'm an atheist or
exactly.
speaking out and saying that, my religion's being persecuted or this religion is getting more favors than other ones. It's just, I think people need to remember that, hey, at least we're not Russia and not that I'm bad-mouthing Russia, but hey, at least we don't have laws in effect that are saying you can't be an atheist or you can't be whatever religion you choose. So it's always nice to remember that sometimes, because I think sometimes we get carried away with things and we forget how free we really are sometimes in comparison to other places or the certain types of freedoms that we have in comparison to these places. But that's my political rounds of the day.
Well,
I agree.
it's kind of funny that you've got bands like the Russian glam band that was out in the 80s called Gorky Park. They had a lot of political messages in there. They're kind of like a I don't know. Well, they were outspoken against the government there, and I'm surprised. Well, I was going to say I'm surprised that nothing happened to them, but then again, when was the last time you heard from Gorky Park?
Exactly.
Yeah, they probably disappeared. They probably got a long limo ride to Siberia or something.
Yeah.
No, they were offered, free practice space in Chernobyl.
Right. Yeah.
Pripyat. Film a video in Pripyat.
Mercy.
Anyway,
That's
you want to do
crazy.
some history?
Let's do some history.
We got something really good for you, Thunder, so I can't wait to get to
Right.
And now, this week in rock history. Rock history.
All right, welcome to the history segment. Iron Maiden should listen to this. Maybe they get inspiration for a song. Or not. But anyway.
They should listen to our show anyway.
That's right.
True. They should be a guest on our show.
Yeah, if they have to listen to it first to know we exist, and then they'll be like, why aren't we a guest on this show?
That's right.
Steve Harris will come in and smack me and Chris down about giving bass players so much crap.
That's right.
Oh, I only do it out of love, because I love bass players, as you all know. I mean, I'm a huge Rush fan, and I love Geddy Lee, so I love the bass players. I just kid Thunder out of love.
Well,
I know.
On December 3rd, 1971. That is a date that is immortalized in a Deep Purple song. Smoke on the Water.
So the day Smoke on the Water was born.
Well,
or died, sort of.
No, not the day that the song was born, but the day.
No, but the incident that inspired the song.
Right. The Montreux casino caught fire and burned to the ground during a show by Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. And of course, Deep Purple was trying to record, but unfortunately they, some stupid with a flare gun burned the place to the ground.
And as a result, the most iconic guitar riff of all time was created. So you see, for every door that closes, a window opens.
Don't let the smoke out.
Something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Now, exactly 5 years later, December 3rd, 1976, Bob Marley narrowly escaped an assassination attempt when several gunmen sprayed bullets into his home in Jamaica during band practice. They were rehearsing, and all of a sudden somebody did a drive-by. Well, hell, it wasn't a drive-by; it was a hit. But
and he was actually
Bob
shot.
Marley was taking a hit.
Yeah, exactly. But he actually.
I thought that's what your story was going to be about when you mentioned the Smoke on the Water. I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a Bob Marley pot story.
Yeah, he was taking a hit. Well, taking a hit. Singing a hit.
Speaking of
writing a hit.
Let's go back.
Let's
go back to the smoke on the water thing. I can remember years back this pastor, who was on some type of a crusade about how all rock is bad and the devil and satanic and drugs and all that crap. Well, this one guy said that the lyrics for Smoke on the Water were about Smoke on the Water was basically a synonym for smoking out of a bong. Because you got smoke on the water.
Smoking on water. No.
But this was also the fascinating thing about music in the 70s and 80s that I think a lot of younger people will not understand is that literally every song was considered satanic back in the day.
Right.
Just anything. For any weird reason at all, it was just, it's satanic.
Yeah.
Back to the Bob Marley thing.
Yeah.
The cool thing about the Bob Marley thing is he got shot and he barely survived anything and was back. I mean, I think he had a concert the next week or something like within the next couple of days of this happening, and he performed the concert. And actually, during an interview pre-concert, they were asking him, "Man, don't you want to take some time off to recover to heal?" He's like, "You know what? Evil doesn't take time off. Why should I?"
Yeah, and it's harder to hit a moving target.
Yeah.
But also, I have a question. I mean, I'm curious to know when they were going to hit Bob Marley, when they were going to shoot him, was he playing bass?
Probably.
Because they just opened gunfire on him.
They heard the bass. He's like, "Stand up, doom, 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 pow, pow, pow." They heard the bass. That was it. God dang it! And you see, and I didn't even think about that. How reggae and reggae's so bass driven anyway. That's the problem. God, I'm putting it all together. I'm putting it together. I'm telling you. One day there will be an uprising. There'll be an uprising.
Oh my God! It's a miracle I got into the studio. Oh my God! I'm dying. 37, almost 40 minutes into the show,
You know the sad thing, man. You look at all these iconic people out there like Bob Marley. Man, he was preaching, just love, man. It was like, he was like the hippie black guy. He's just like, oh, peace, love, let's everybody love each other. And you got like Martin Luther King, and then you got Martin Luther King, who's like, man, everybody should be. Let's all be one. And then you have John Lennon, preaching peace and love, and all these people get shot and killed.
Is this Groundhog Day?
Well, yeah,
yes,
but Sandra brought this point up before, and it
I know.
brings the point back even better, the fact that we're mentioning this. But, yeah, the two things I know will get you shot is peace and love and bass playing.
Look, I'm telling you what, I'm not playing bass anymore. And you know what?
No.
Fuck all y'all. I want to live. This is self-preservation.
I want to live, damn it.
Well,
that's it, man.
Stay off of a boat, and if you're ever in San Francisco, don't go on a boat ride in San Francisco Bay.
Why?
You know why? Because on November 30th of 2000, Scott Smith, who was the bass player for Loverboy, died at the age of 45 after a 26-foot wave swept him overboard from the boat into shark-infested waters off of the coast of San Francisco near the Golden Gate Bridge.
You know what?
Wow.
But they don't mention that story was the other boat that came screaming by and turned real fast to create that wave that was driven by Don Dokken. Yeah, no, man, really? What is it with bass players losing their nuts and getting eaten by sharks and getting shot in the stomach? This is ridiculous. I mean, do you guys just literally look up bullshit bass player stories before the show every week?
Not this one.
Nope.
The Delane story was, that obviously came to me because that's a Sonic Cathedral-related story. So, no, that was not one that I looked up on purpose to fuck with you, Thunder.
I don't see week after week, guitar player for so-and-so loses his finger in a freak. So-and-so guitar player loses his finger in a freak snowboarding accident or something like that. No, it's always bass players. I don't understand this.
This guy was not working for the weekend, I'll tell you. Yeah, it was not going so good.
And I really don't think that he was loving every minute of it either.
But actually, there is. This is not an uncommon thing that happens in the Pacific Ocean. Not too long ago, well, when I first moved out here, there was a rib joint that we went to, and it was called Mr. Tibbs Ribs, and it was actually there was a real Mr. Tibbs, and we found out what happened to him. He owned the shop, and then I guess a couple years after we moved out here, we heard that he was out in the ocean fishing, what he loved to do, and same thing happened. The boat capsized or whatever, and he got eaten by sharks. So they also loved Mr. Tibbs Ribs. So they were really big. They gave it a thumbs up, fins up, or whatever. Yeah,
look, I'm telling you what, that is my one real fear, is I grew up in Florida, and as a kid, I used to go out in the ocean, and I'd go way, out there. I used to bodyboard and all that stuff. But now as I get older, and they have this thing called Shark Week now, I won't go in the beach past my ankles. I'll lay there and let the waves go over me if I get too hot, because, they say, oh, yeah, only in knee-deep water you can get eaten by a grape. I don't need to know these things, man. And they really do. Sharks do. They terrify me. I'll be out there and I'm like, oh, okay. And you'll have a couple beers and you start to get your nerve, and then you get up about waist deep, and I'll see something in the corner of my eye, and it's just a wave crashing. No, I'm getting out. And heaven forbid if a piece of seaweed touches my legs.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't
scream like a 6-year-old schoolgirl running into the. No.
I had when I was like 10. When I was like 10 or so, I had a little close encounter with a bull shark, and I've only been in the water twice since then. And let's just say that alcohol and a female were involved both times.
We are on fire with the bad jokes tonight.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Will and Thunder Show, where we love our bad jokes.
Where comedy is not going to be the job that we fall back on if this show doesn't work.
That's right. Oh.
We're lame. Y'all love it.
Now, speaking of sharks, Will, you were living in Florida probably when this happened, too. This is, 10 years ago or so. Do you remember when the kid got his arm bit off by the shark and the uncle pulled the shark out of the water?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen here. I love my kids more than anything in the world. I really do. And if a shark came up, we were in the ocean, and bit their arm off, I'd take them out in the water, and I'd do a tourniquet, and I'd open their pop cans for the rest of their life. I don't know about wrestling a 7-8-foot shark to the beach.
Yeah.
I understand adrenaline and everything. I don't know if I have that in me. I'm going to be honest.
No.
I don't. You know what? Now, this guy from the band who lost, got hit in the nuts, hell, he just look at the shark kicking in his teeth and be like, give me that arm back, fucker.
Yeah, actually, he could go out in the ocean and just beat the shark's ass at this point.
I mean, look, he probably does that for fun on the weekends. He just goes skin diving out there without a apparatus, no tank, nothing. He just goes and swims 100 feet underwater like, come here, I want to whoop your ass, I'm bored.
Yeah, not even. Like, I've already been through this. Like, a shark, man, that's a vacation
really?
for me.
Come on. Knock your teeth down your throat, you fucker.
That's a lot of teeth.
You don't know what I've been through. Don't judge me.
You know why sharks are such mean and vicious creatures? Because they never sleep. I'd be pretty pissed off too if I had to keep running around, moving around at all times, never getting to sleep.
You guys do not want to see me when I get woke up from a nap. Like, I am just, oh yeah, shark. I could beat a shark fast. Like, did not just wake me up from a nap.
I don't know.
No.
Man, that's just crazy. So now let's see here. Let's run a tally here. Don Dokken fires his bass player because he, actually plays with his fingers and not a pick. That's not so bad.
Before I forget, Thunder, you have to go on our Facebook page because I left something for you on there about. Oh, you
already
did?
saw it.
Okay.
Yes. Where they make the chicken explode by shoving their cocks at it? What is that about?
I don't know. It was Dokken related, so I had to put it up there.
I know. I mean, that's a story I told you about. Remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the antivirus.
The Norton antivirus, right? Yeah. Well, I don't understand the whole thing where all four guys get around a chicken and are like, oh, boom, and it blows up.
Well, at least they weren't going after the base.
So look, it just goes to show how credible Mr. Don Dokken is because he blew up a chicken by swinging his pecker at it. I don't know what that. I don't know. I didn't understand the whole concept there. The whole band's like, oh, we're gonna use our magic wands to make this chicken disappear. Oh
God! So we're taking a tally. So anyway, we've got Don Dokken who.
Which I mean, that's not so bad. It's bullshit.
No,
but anyway,
what makes it bad is that he replaced him with a singer.
Exactly. So that's pretty bad. And you have Jerry Lee Lewis who's tried to kill 7 of them. Not really, but anyway. You have another one that gets his nuts blown off. You got another one who gets eaten by sharks.
And don't forget Jerry Lee Lewis.
It's like a bad horror movie.
See,
it reminds me of that stupid. Oh. I mean, how does this keep happening?
I don't know, Thunder. I think that you are onto something with your conspiracy theory. I really do. I'm beginning to think that you're.
And the funny thing, guess what? I mean, was he the only one on the boat?
Nope.
This rogue wave just comes and takes him off the boat? Everybody else is fine?
They never said if there's anybody else on the boat or if there was a boat full of bass players. Or nobody mentioned that. I mean, we just know it's the guy.
You just send him out there on the boat by himself. Hey, look, the weather doesn't look so good. Hey, how about a boat ride, buddy?
I'm on a boat.
No, we'll wait here. I get seasick. You go have fun. No, there was other people on that boat, and everybody else was fine. They probably weren't even wet.
Do you remember the scene from Godfather, or Godfather 2, where Michael, where Fredo was going to take his Michael's son out on the boat, and they're like, no, you stay here. And it's like, okay, well, I'll just go fishing without Neri here. And so they go out there, and of course we all know what happened to Fredo.
Mm-hmm. Or that scene in The Sopranos where they take Big Pussy out on the boat and feed him to the sharks because he was a rat.
We're gonna feed you to the fishies. Man, come on now. And now, see, there's another story right here. That I know it just talks about Mr. Loverboy bass player who falls in the ocean because of a rogue wave. But it doesn't say anything about anybody else. Everybody else was fine. They probably weren't even wet, were they? See, it's a conspiracy.
Bass players are
wind
came
by. Look.
I mean, what? What are you going to do?
I'm telling you guys. Keep bringing me my information. I'm going to get this all figured out. I'm going to start getting in touch with I'm going to start a whole new webpage, a whole new Facebook, bass players, anonymous or something like that. I'm serious. Or one of those
on the other end, you keep saying, how do you guys keep looking up these stories on purpose? Well, maybe we're doing it to help your study along.
Yeah, maybe you're just trying to get me back in therapy. No, because now I'm gonna start seeing things and hearing things. Now I just only had. Now I'm worried about sharks again. Look, I mean, you guys are real. This is not fair. I'm gonna start coming up with some other stories. I mean, how many stories you can find about
guys? Let's just a heads up to when we when we bring our guest on. Let's try to keep this show kind of like
PG
because because of
she is 16, so let's use our family voices, I guess.
Absolutely.
Right, so no F-bombs. That goes to you, Christiana. Opening like not even in the show for a minute, and an F-bomb comes out. So we
well,
can't.
In all fairness, I try my best not to use that many, and I think I do pretty good. But I was having a bad moment at that particular time, so I think I should be forgiven.
Yeah,
we forgive you.
I forgive you.
Oh, thanks. You guys are so nice. Feel the love.
I really have to do some more research on this whole bass player thing. I mean, I keep saying I'm going to do this when I get off the show, but I really think tonight I'm going to Google crazy bass player deaths and just see how many things come up.
You really
there's
should. One of these days
like
we need to do a special on it. Like just one of these days we don't have a guest or we have extra time to kill. You could just go all into these amazing, strange bass player deaths. I think you should go for it.
I think I am. I think I'm going to do that.
You and Jesse Ventura are going to get a show together?
Absolutely.
That would be
ball
awesome.
hit his stomach guy.
I love Jesse Ventura.
Well, careful, because I mean,
I know they'll come to get me.
Jesse Ventura was a Navy SEAL, so I mean he's you might want to do some background on him before we find out if he has anything against bass players.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he might not like bass players. We better look into that. Better look into that too. But he does love conspiracy theories, so it might balance out.
Oh, by the way, a quick announcement: the chat room is open, and we're gonna, we've got a few people in there right now. Gabbie's listeners
hi, chat
will be
room
on.
people.
Gabbie's on there already, and hi, Gabbie. But so we're gonna have her on real soon, and I guess right now let's go ahead and play one of her songs, and we'll come back with Gabbie. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, come on in, girlfriend.
Well, this is her song, Scream. It's her latest single, and we'll be right back on the Will and Thunder Show. And crank
Right
this up
on.
too, because this is incredible. So crank it up.
Rock it out.
All right, welcome back to the Will and Thunder Show. Of course, that was Gabbie Rae and her song "Scream," and right off the bat, I just want to say that was that was incredible. That song jams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, what a voice! Wow, awesome, great job.
Well, we've got her on the line with us now. How you doing, Gabbie?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Looking forward to. Been looking forward to getting you on for a while now. A couple of different people have told me about you, which is why I checked into your stuff and wanted you on the show.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm really excited to be here with you guys.
I noticed you're calling from an 818 area code. Are you from the Valley?
I am. I'm in Sherman Oaks.
I was born in Mission Hills. Oh, her high. Woo!
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've been living in the Sherman Oaks area for about a year now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my grandmother had a store in Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, it's so beautiful down here. It's amazing.
Yep. All right, guys, we are officially even. It'll be 2 weeks in a row next week and this week that the odds are now even. We have 2 women from California and 2 guys from Florida. So
there we go.
Outnumbered anymore. Woo!
Well, when I couldn't
awesome.
help but notice on your Twitter feed last night, Gabbie, on Sunday, you're a Patriots fan.
I am. New England Patriots all the way, baby.
Oh, no, not real.
Are you a Dolphins?
We are Dolphin fans.
They are. I'm
you know
not.
What? It's okay. I have some really close friends of mine who are Dolphins fans, and we've been able to keep the friendship alive. And I don't know how we do it, but we pull it off somehow.
No, it's possible because I'm a Vikings fan and I have a bunch of Green Bay fans, and by all accounts, we're not supposed to like each other, but somehow we do, and I don't know why, but we do.
Yeah, I've been hiding since the last game. I can't be bragging on my Patriots this week, so I'm a little sad, but
yeah.
So don't sound so happy about it. Jeez.
Well, look, I mean, since you're such an amazing musician, we'll let it slide that you're a Patriots fan.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
We all have our faults. Some people are Raiders fans, which is even worse.
And it's coming from a California girl.
Yeah, I'm keeping my mouth shut on that topic.
Yeah, you live too close to Oakland. Yes, be careful. You guys live too close to Oakland.
I think we can tolerate the Patriots thing, but if you were a Jets fan, I'd have to draw the line.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really watch any other teams. I mean, I watch my team. Like, it's all like every Sunday I'm like, all right, where's the Patriots game? And then once that game's over, I don't really know much about football. I just know that if someone on my team is running really far, that's a good sign.
Yeah, usually.
Well, yeah, so I just kind of keep up with my team, and that's about as far as that goes.
Well,
there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Do you know who Brian Stork is?
Yes.
I'm
going to go with yes.
Well, he's the Patriots' rookie center, the guy that snaps the ball to Brady.
Yes.
Well, that guy is actually my brother-in-law's nephew.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the funny thing about it is, I've all of my sister and my other my sister-in-law, all these people who all through their lives were never football fans are now Patriots fans because of him.
Yeah.
And
because they want free tickets.
Yeah, they want free tickets or something. But
right.
they're like, oh well, why can't you root for the Patriots? Why can't you root for the family? Like, well, number one, I'm a Dolphins fan. I've hated the Patriots longer than he's been alive.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
well, he could get drafted to another team or traded. He may not always be with the Patriots. So, what would be the point of going and rooting for all the? Are you going to root for every team that he's on? I mean,
exactly.
Well, all I know is that Tom Brady is really nice to look at, and my sister is like in love with Gronkowski, and it's kind of cool because on Twitter, Wilfork's wife follows me, 75 on the Patriots. Like, she follows me and she tweets my music all the time, and it's really, really cool.
That is awesome. Well, speaking of your music, I mean, how old were you when you started getting into music?
Yeah, let's get talking about music.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been singing since, like, I was very, very small. Like, I started singing, I mean, of course, I'm hearing this from my parents because I have no memory. But apparently I've been singing since I was 3. And I started professionally singing when I was 7. I hit the rock stage. Yeah, I hit the rock stage for the first time when I was 7 years old in Rhode Island.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been my entire life.
Are your parents into music? Are they musicians, or is that how you got into it? Or, I mean, how did you get onto the stage at 7 years old?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have a very musical family, and my dad, he's actually a drummer, and he played with a lot of, like, the bands out there, like in the Rhode Island and Massachusetts, like the entire New England area. So, he knew the guys that were in this band, and I mean, he had played with them for, like, years, and, like, he knew all these people. So, that's actually how I got into that area and was actually able to go there that night and do a song with this band. So, yeah, my dad's actually kind of the one who got me, like, into the whole rock scene because, that was his thing. He was a rock drummer.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, cool. So when did you start singing, like, professionally or start collaborating with a lot of these people that you've been collaborating with or touring with and stuff like that? How did that all come about, or when did you start doing that?
I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, but I think to say the whole rock thing, it's actually fairly new, even though I've been doing this for, like, ever. I mean, like, about probably 2 years ago now, I've actually been friends with Michael Sweet of Stryper for a long time. I met him when I was 10.
How did that happen?
Well, Stryper was doing a show at the House of Blues in Myrtle Beach, and I was living in Myrtle Beach at the time. So they were doing a show, and my parents had completely turned me on to Stryper. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we gotta go to the show, and it was really awesome. So I'm watching the show, and I keep noticing that Michael Sweet, he keeps like looking over at me, and I'm like, and I was holding up this really big sign that had like Stryper on it, and it was really adorable. So after the show, the security came up to us, and they're like, oh, Michael Sweet wants to see you and your parents backstage. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Like, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to.
That is so awesome.
Like, okay. Yeah, so I went backstage, and I got to meet him and the guys, and, he didn't know me, so I ended up telling him that I was a singer, and, I got to sing to the guys, and, I just kind of kept seeing him after that, and we became friends. So about 2 years ago, Michael Sweet and Oz Fox were doing an acoustic show at the Whiskey A Go-Go. And Michael Sweet sent me a message, and he's like, do you want to do a song with us with Whiskey? And I'm like, yeah, I do,
Right.
I'm going to turn that down.
Yeah, so I ended up singing Always There For You with Michael and Oz with the Whiskey. And,
very cool.
Yeah, and there was this guy that was in the audience. He's a very well-connected businessman in this rock industry. And he's connected to Michael. And he basically called me the next week. And he's like, I want to meet with you in my office. And since then, this whole rock genre has been like my entire, everything that I've been doing. And it's amazing. So.
Wow.
Yeah, Michael
the first concert I ever went to, actually, Will and I went together. It was a Stryper concert.
Oh, wow. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is years ago.
Wow. Well, Stryper was actually...
Will, did you go with us, or it was me, Mike Dirks?
No, the first time I saw Stryper was at Night of Joy at Disney World.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him in not Tampa, but right outside Tampa. It was awesome, man. Stryper is one of my all-time favorite bands.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Stryper was my second concert that I ever went to. But my very first one, this is awesome. My very first concert was actually Eddie Money.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah, and I got to go see him. I was like 9. I went to go see him at the House of Blues. He was great.
I still haven't seen him yet. I got close. He was playing on a riverboat, and I was on the other riverboat, and it's like, you're right there.
Oh, wow.
Now,
wow, that's really cool.
Stryper just put out, Michael Sweet just put out that new video that he and George Lynch did. Have you met George Lynch?
You know what? He's like the one person that I have yet to like cross paths with. But you know, I've always had like something like come up where I was like supposed to, have some time with him, and then all of a sudden something came up, and it didn't happen. But so not yet. But I hear he's a great person. I hear this from Michael, and he's obviously extremely talented.
Right.
George Lynch is one of my favorite guitar players, and that song that they put out, it was what was the name of the song? the Wish, I think is what it was. But
oh yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that about I don't know, an hour and a half ago, like right before the show went on, and it's strange how it sounds like a Stryper song. It really, I'm not saying this in a negative way about George Lynch at all, but if I didn't know any better, I'd swear that was Oz Fox on guitar. But
yeah, I love it. Like I saw the new music video this morning, and I was completely blown away. I'm like, this is absolutely amazing. I knew it was going to be great, and I was really excited. And then when I saw it, I was just like, oh my god! Like I was blown away.
Yeah,
wow. So
it
sounds to me like you've been exposed to good music. All music is good music, but this particular genre of music at a young age. So are your parents fans of this music, and that's how you got into these bands? Because normally a lot of 16-year-olds. I know younger people look at me like, who's that? What is that? Or it's just most people I know who have kids around that age, they know those bands because the parents turn them onto them. Like I have a friend whose 17-year-old son his favorite band is Judas Priest because his mom is a Judas Priest fan. So obviously, is that how you learned about this music too, or?
Well, yeah, I'm very rare, my age and listening to the kind of music that I do listen to, and it's completely because I grew up listening to this because it was all that was playing around the house. My dad is a huge Dio fan, so I'm like 5 around the house listening to Dio. And
awesome.
So even my mom has stories like before I was even born, like when she was pregnant with me, she would like put the headphones like over her stomach and play like rock music. So
you know what? Just real quick, I have to give a huge round of applause to your parents right now for that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, you want to be applause? Okay.
Because that's how future metalheads come to be. Because you gotta play the music for your kids. I don't have kids, so I can't really give advice, but I would just think logically, if you have kids and you love metal, you have to play the music for the kids, or they'll go down the wrong path and get into that rave music or that Justin Bieber, and we can't have that.
Yeah, I'm a fan of a lot of different styles of music, but I must say that rock and roll is the best thing out there. I'm telling you.
That's right.
Great.
Preach it, sister. Preach it.
Preach, girl.
And I love that. I
That's
love
right.
that there's younger people out there who enjoy this music, and it kind of dispels the myth that this is only nostalgia music for people who grew up in the 80s. Like, no, that's not true. There's young people. I see a lot of young people at the concerts these days, and it's really nice to see. I really like that.
Yeah,
I have another Stryper story that kind of ties into what we're talking about here. I saw them back in 2005, I think it was, in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they I noticed there are all these kids, like young teenagers, not like 18. Oh well, there are a lot of there were kids that were probably like 12, 13 years old, and
that's awesome.
I walked up to one of them and I said, well, what, why? How do you know of Stryper? Why are you here? And this kid, I doubt he was even 15 years old. He said, well, I'm learning how to play the guitar, and my dad listens to this band all the time, and when they came to concert, I just had to hear Soldiers Under Command live.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that blew me away. I was like, whoa. Well, Soldiers Under Command is definitely one of the most underrated metal anthems of all time, because the guitar work in that song is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, when I tell my boyfriend tonight after the show, because he always asks me who our guests are going to be and stuff like that, but when I tell him that you know Michael Sweetie's just going to die because that's just like one of his all-time favorite vocalists, and he just loves that guy, and yeah, he's just going to be, oh my God, that's so great. I can't wait to tell him.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Sweet has been really great to me over the years. Like, in fact, here's a really cool story. There's this band called Tourniquet. You might be familiar. There's amazing, rock/metal bands. And
that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, and they just released an album called Onward to Freedom. And it's all about, animal rights and, all that good stuff. So I am a guest vocalist on that, and that's all because of Michael Sweet, because Michael Sweet, actually recommended me for his album. So here I am doing this album now with Doug Pinnick and Ed Asner and Michael and, Maddie Montgomery and all these people, and it's all because of Michael. He does all these things for me, and it's so sweet.
And that's just awesome that because so many artists these days, it's just if you can find somebody like that who believes in you and can give you help give you a boost or help get your foot in the door in the business, it does so many wonders. And it's just there's so many artists out there who would love to have support like that, and it's just so awesome that at your age you're already doing it, and you've already got people backing you up, like who can see your talent, because a lot of the time it is who you know in the business. It's not, you could be the most talented band, but if you don't know the right people or you don't have the right connections, nobody's going to hear you, or you're not going to get those opportunities. So it's really cool that you've had a way to get your voice heard out there to all these people, and I think that's just awesome. It's good for you.
Yeah.
I am very
that's
honored.
Right.
Yeah, I am very honored to have so many artists and bands from the rock genre, the classic rock genre, that have really taken me in. Like, for example, there's Michael, and another one is Todd LaTorre of Queensryche.
We love Queensryche.
Yeah, I've known him for about a year now, and he's literally become one of my best friends. Like, he's such an amazing person, and he's been supporting me.
Do you think you could put in a good word for our show to Todd LaTorre, because we really want to get them on our show, and we've just...
Oh, I don't know. No. It's funny.
Right, fair enough.
What's funny? I always send him, all the stuff that I do. As soon as, an interview goes out or, something comes up, he's the first person I send it to, because, he's always proud of me, he loves me. So...
Absolutely.
I'm obviously, I'm going to send him this and be like, hey, man, I talked about you in this interview. Here, take a listen,
Well, that's fine with us. So, yeah, all right then. If he's going to listen to this, and we're putting it out there, we want you on the show, Todd. You need to come on here now. So please come visit our show. We'll be nice. We love you. We like you. We want you to come on the show and do your thing, and we would just be very happy.
This is awesome. I love this. Hi, Todd.
Thanks.
Yeah,
we're all three huge Queensryche fans, and we love Todd LaTorre, so we would... Yeah, that would be very awesome. If you could bring the other guys with you, that would be even more cool. But you're also welcome to come by yourself.
Oh
Put
my
it out
God!
There.
This is hysterical.
Todd
LaTorre is another one, and he's really great, and he's a really great friend to have, especially in this crazy music business. And then Y&T, they've been supportive. I just did some dates with them in Petaluma, California, and they're the nicest guys, and they're so supportive. It was really great to kind of spend some time with them, because I hadn't seen them since the last cruise. So I got to hang with them again. And another one is Joe Hoekstra, who is now he was with Night Ranger, and so now he's with Whitesnake. And another one is Ron Keel. I could go on. I don't want to leave anybody out because they're all so nice to me. I just I want to talk about everybody, but okay,
I'll save
great.
You the time. I mean, you have so many that you're thinking I hope I don't forget anyone, but that's really cool. That's
it's amazing.
What every artist dreams of,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
and you got to feel so lucky. The people you're naming here. Just alone, Michael Sweet, Todd LaTorre, two of the most amazing vocalists.
Yeah.
And these are your mentors right here. It's And it's amazing. And you have to understand how talented you are to have people like that stand behind you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
I swear I couldn't do this without them because, not only are they mentors, but they're really good friends. Like, because, you guys get it. This music business can be really hard at times, so you really need those people around.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm a lucky girl.
And that's awesome.
Yeah, and you know who else I have to mention this lovely lady because she's always been so amazing to me. The lovely Miss Wendy Dio.
Awesome.
Wendy Dio and the Dio Foundation. They found me on YouTube because I did the applause. Oh my gosh, I love that thing. I want one of my own buttons that has the applause.
Our
I say the same thing.
Are loyal.
You don't need a button.
Oh,
You don't need a button.
Aww.
You'll get the applause on your own merit.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
They found me on YouTube, the Dio Foundation, and because I did that cover of Rainbow in the Dark, and they posted
I
it
heard
on
that
Ronnie's.
when you sang that with Heaven Below at the Queensryche show earlier this year, back in January. You were amazing then. I didn't know who you were. I had not heard of you at that point, and honestly, I mean no disrespect to the band that you played with, but you were the only thing I remembered about their set. Like you came out and you just nailed it and sounded great, and it was just very awesome.
Well, you guys are too nice to me.
Oh, we're not that nice all the time, so we're being honest.
That's right. You give credit where credit's due, and your maturity level vocally, musically, and the way you hold yourself right now. You are amazing. Real quick question: being 16 years old, how's the whole school thing work? Are you going to a regular high school, or you doing homeschooling, or to work through the times you're recording? How does that work out?
Yeah, I actually do online classes.
I'm
with a program. Yeah, I'm with a program called Connections Academy, and basically it's like this online program, and you actually have teachers like in the States, but they teach you online. So basically, they're like
stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they're a great program, and like basically there's like so many like actors and singers my age that use this program. So it's very convenient, and I'm allowed to be very flexible. For example, I just came back from like a mini tour, and I did like 6 shows, 4 cities. I know I'm getting the numbers wrong, but something around there. And I came back, and I emailed my teachers. I'm like, all right, I'm back in town now. What do you need me to do? And they're like, oh, don't stress. Just send in the book report when you're ready. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Well, that's really cool how they, you definitely need those type of programs, because there are a lot of, child actors, artists, et cetera, that, and say the school thing might not, the whole brick and mortar school thing might not work out as well because, you're on the road so often or in the studio, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. So, yeah, I'm very lucky to have that program, and it's really great. It allows me to be flexible, and that's really what I need. So, there's that.
Well,
that's awesome. So do you have an album out right now, or is it coming out, or is it already out, or?
Well, I'm in the studio, and we're in the writing process now because we just released Scream.
So is that the album or the single?
The single. Yeah, we released Scream the single on YouTube. on iTunes, and we released the music video on YouTube. So now we're going to be in the studio over the next few months, just working on new material because I want to put an EP out. That's the next step. So we're in the writing process now. I'm doing some writing with some amazing artists. I wish I could tell you who I'm working with right now, but I can't. I hate that. But
that's okay.
I hate that because I want to tell you these things. They're awesome. But I'm going to be releasing some information soon because I'm working with some really great people. And I'm going to be in the studio for quite a while.
Well, the reason I ask is because when I'm not doing the Will and Thunder show, I write reviews for a website called Sonic Cathedral, which is all about female rock vocalists, and I would love to write a review for your album if you have one or when it's ready. So, thanks, Will. gotta get them that plug.
Drop?
Yeah, every time I mention Sonic Cathedral, they do a cha-ching noise because that's obviously my plug. You know, like that's you know, I like to give props to my other home when I'm not here. So, but yeah, I actually sent you a friend request on Facebook. So when the album is ready, or when you think it is going to come out soon, just drop me a line, and I would love to write a review on it if that would be cool.
Well,
I take that as a no. No.
No, she's.
Did we lose her? What happened?
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We thought the aliens came.
Yeah, I got disconnected, and I was trying to call you back as soon as I could. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I know. I
Go ahead.
I heard you say, I'll take that as a no. I'm like, no, it's a yes. I don't know what you're saying. Yes.
I'm just joking.
No, it's like, I'm like, why don't you just ask me? Oh, God, you know.
No. No, I'm just joking around. I just said, I don't know what part of the conversation you missed, but I just said that I sent you a friend request on Facebook. So if you can always just drop me a line whenever your album's ready, and I would be happy to review it for you.
Oh, well, thank you. Of course. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, and you know, I'm gonna be working in the studio a while, but you know, I love that because like I love writing and working in the studio. Like it's such a creative process, and I love it.
Well, awesome. Well, I know you can't tell us who you're working with, but do you have a band of your own, or are you bringing in different guests for different songs, etc.?
I am working with a band right now. They're called Mob City, and I actually have these guys from my hometown back in the New England area, and they are so well known in the New England area because they've been playing in bands out there, and you know. So I have the wonderful Chris Vital on guitar, and Chris Raposa, he's my bass guy. And, you know, I'm working with Jerry Sang as well, and, you know, I've got a bunch of guys, and they're so talented. And, you know, as I said, you know, my dad was a drummer in the New England area, and so he's known these guys for years, and when it was time and I was ready to have a band, and he was like, I know who we need. And these guys have been the best. And, you know, what's nice about it is that I've known most of them since I was born. So, you know, that adds, you know, it's comfortable, and, you know, we have fun. Right. And, yeah, it's great. We have fun working together. But what's really great is that I'm planning right now. I'm going to be doing some New England tour dates pretty soon. Because New England's New England's like a big area for me because, you know, that's where I'm from. Like, all the hometown shows are, you know, always the biggest ones. So I'm planning a New England tour, you know, just go up the New England coast, and we're going to do that. And we're even adding some new dates. But I'm going to be bringing Mob City on the cruise with me because I've been added to next year's Monsters of Rock cruise.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, so there's going to be amazing bands. Just like, you know, last year. I mean, Stryper's going to be on, and Queensryche is going to be on this year. And then I'm going to be back on. So I'm bringing the guys, and we're going to be doing some full band stuff, which is going to be exciting because last year I didn't have that full band set yet. It was just kind of an acoustic thing. So it'll be kind of cool to introduce this on the boat.
Right.
But yeah, even a little sooner in January. The guys from Mob City are going to be flying out here because we're actually doing the Anaheim House of Blues for NAMM weekend with Great White. So that's
very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Now the Monsters of Rock cruise. Where does that cruise from?
Miami.
We leave from Miami, and we go. Last year we went to the Bahamas, and then we went to this private island, and it was called Monster Island, which it was beautiful. It was breathtaking, and it was a great experience. But yeah, it leaves from Miami, and it's going to be doing the same next year.
And now, how many years have they been doing this Monsters of Rock cruise? It's been, 5 or 6 years now?
I think this might
or
be
longer than that.
I don't think it's been longer than that. I think this might be the 4th year. I mean, don't hold me to that, but I think it might be their 4th year.
Oh, cool.
That must be a cool experience, man, to have all those bands and, you know.
Yeah, it's on my bucket list to go to one of those, and since I'm moving back to Florida next year, so you know, it obviously ain't gonna happen for the next one, but hopefully the one after that I'll be able to make. But
I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, I remember the day I got the phone call for the first time saying you've been asked to be on the Monsters of Rock cruise. I was like, what? Like, because you know, I already know what it was, and you know, for an artist, because you know, it's mostly like the 80s classic rockers. So for a new artist to go on this boat, it's very rare. So you know, I was honored, and just to be asked back is amazing. Like, I can't even believe it.
That's huge.
Well,
yeah.
You were talking about Dio a few minutes ago. Let's go ahead and play the Rainbow in the Dark.
Oh, yeah, please.
So this is Gabbie Rae with her acoustic cover of Rainbow in the Dark, and we'll be right back on the Will and Thunder Show.
Okay.
welcome back to the Will and Thunder Show. That, of course, is Gabbie Rae with Rainbow in the Dark, covered by Dio. And I think that may be the first time I've heard that song since since he passed away. And it's kind of haunting. In the same way I felt like the first time that I heard "Show Must Go On" by Queen. It's almost like there was a ghost in the room or something. I mean, that was deep. That was incredible.
Thank
That was
you.
a good job.
Thank you. I mean, I've always been, a Ronnie fan since I was young because, as I said earlier, my dad would just, play it around the house. So when I finally had the opportunity, I wanted to honor Ronnie, and I wanted to, I wanted to do that the best way I could, and, that's my favorite Dio song. So, and it just kind of seemed like the right time, and, it just kind of worked out.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a word that incredible, and that was a perfect word, Will. It really was. It was incredible. The way you put it together, the arrangement and everything was.
I would definitely say that he's in whatever dimension he's in, he's heard that and he's got a smile on his face. that wicked grin. And he's probably flashing the horns and everything. And to this day, I think that the whole thing about his death was a cover up. I don't think he died of cancer. I think he was killed by a dragon.
That's the only thing that could take out Dio.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, I feel sad, because I think all the time, like, I'll never have the chance to meet him. But
no, me either.
Maybe he would have been a Gabbie Rae fan,
Yeah.
Probably.
I guarantee he would have, especially hearing that version of that song. He'd have been a huge fan.
Oh, thank you so much. You're gonna make me cry. Stop it.
Oh no, don't cry. We don't want anyone to cry on the Will and Thunder Show.
Okay, there's no crying on this show. I will be strong.
Well, no, we don't want it to be a bad thing. Like, we want you to be happy.
Thunder cries all the time because of how we pick on bass players.
Why
pick on bass players? You know why? Because my bass player is probably listening to this right now.
Well,
has he ever
tell him to stand
shot?
strong. Tell him to stand strong. Bass players unite. Watch out for all them six stringers.
I'll tell him you said that.
Absolutely. No, what they do here on this show here is I'm a bass player, and they like to find these strange and weird stories of how bass players are either shot or eaten by sharks or all these horror stories. I don't know why. I guess they're trying to put me in therapy. I really don't know. But they have a new one every week.
Oh, you guys are mean.
I'm telling you,
I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty lucky because, I got a pretty good bass player. You might actually be familiar with a band called Machines of Grace. He was from Machines of Grace, and he's so talented. Like, I can't even handle it. He's so great, and he, when he's up on the stage, he acts like it's just, he acts like it's nothing. Like, it's like the easiest thing in the world, and I just like, oh my gosh, But it's okay. I like bass players. I'll never pick on you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You hear that, guys? You better be nice.
Oh, I'm always nice to you, Thunder.
I know. Well, speaking of, like, bass guitar and guitars, etc., do you play any instruments?
I play a little bit of piano. I've never really thought about really picking up an instrument only because, I wanted to perfect my voice, and, my voice has always just been my focus. But yeah, I can play a few chords on the piano. Like, I'm not great. I just, I use it to write sometimes. Right. So, I kind of know the basics of the piano, and I'll use that to help me out with my writing process. But I would love to pick up the guitar. I don't know if I'm coordinated enough because I'm telling you, I am not coordinated at all. I'm really not. But I have a lot of respect for guitar players because I don't know how they do it,
Yeah, especially guitar players who can sing at the same time. I'm really like, wow.
I can't like pat my stomach and like rub my head at the I don't even know how that works.
Well, I'm a.
What about the drummers that can sing at the same time? It's like, wow.
Okay, well, and once again, the bass player gets lost in the mix there because you said I love guitar players who can say, what about bass players who can...
If you would have let me finish a sentence, Thunder, I would have mentioned the god Geddy Lee who can do three things at once.
Thank you.
But Thunder, you're always so anxious to get in the bass player thing.
You know,
he is a god.
If you would just give us a chance.
I know.
That's right.
Like, if you just let me finish, Thunder, I would have given you your bass player props.
Thank you.
Well, I'm a singer and a guitar player, and I can kind of do both, but it's like if I'm singing, I'll just kind of hit the hit the root of whatever I'm playing and just kind of let it ring, and then let the lead guitar player, do his thing over the top of it. There's no, like Dave Mustaine from Megadeth or even Michael Sweet. I mean, the stuff that they play on guitar while they're singing, it blows my mind. It's like, what the hell do you do
another
that?
Another one too is Dave Manichetti. Like, how does he do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's amazing, and because I got to see him last week, and he was killing on guitar and voice at the same time. And I'm like, I can't even walk and chew gum at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, you can sing your butt off, so that makes up for it, I suppose.
Oh, good. Well, thank you.
Most definitely.
Have you met Pamela Moore?
Oh, I haven't. But you know what? I know her through mutual friends. So we're like Facebook friends, and I talk to her on Facebook and Twitter, and she is so nice. Like, I already know she's an angel. I already know she's an angel. I've never gotten the chance to meet her.
Well, we had her on the show a few weeks ago, and she made this for us.
It's called the Will and Thunder Show. Okay, cool. And it's the Will and Thunder Show. Hello, everybody. This is Pamela Moore, and you are listening to the Will and Thunder Show.
See, she's an angel.
She is. She's so sweet and down to earth, and she was just so real on the show. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She really is.
And, she's amazing, and I'm really looking forward to getting to actually meet her in person.
Well, there's
you already have something in common with her playing with Queensryche, or getting to sing with them.
Yeah, maybe you guys can sing together. That would be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, you never know. I mean,
there needs to be oh, wait a minute. There was a little bit of mischievousness behind that. You never know. It made me think that there might be something in the works.
No, let's not get Let's not get
ahead of ourselves. Yeah, that's right.
Let's not be like the modern day news media and just assume there's a story behind everything.
All I'm going to say is that I'm having a wonderful time in the recording studio.
I love it.
I know how to
anticipation grows.
I know, I'm really good at that, all right?
What needs to happen is when Queensryche releases their next album, there needs to be a tour, and obviously, but the supporting acts needs to be Gabbie Rae and Pamela Moore.
You never know.
Needs to be the
well, you know what?
bill.
It may happen because we are a magical show. We have
made
things happen on this show. We're not kidding. Things have happened after people have come on the show. Magical things have happened, so you never know.
I said earlier that I was going to send this to Todd, and I'm going to send this to him and be like, no pressure or anything. But, I mean, they said it, not me.
You've got magic against you, Todd. It's going to happen.
That's right.
We have magic.
Yeah, you have magic.
I would easily part with my money to see that show right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabbie, Pamela, and Queensryche. I mean, it's a trifecta right there.
Yeah. Well, I'm huge fans of Pamela and Queensryche, so we shall see.
Yeah. Just next time you talk to Todd, just kind of, drop it out.
These guys at the Will and Thunder show, they're pretty cool guys.
Yeah, a nice little suggestion there. Just I'm not trying to make it too obvious.
This is Gabbie's interview.
Gabbie,
That's right. No pressure. No pressure.
This is Gabbie's interview, guys.
Gabbie, what are you doing?
I know.
Oh, good time.
So, all right. So you're in the studio now. You're in the process of writing. You're going to be doing. When are you planning this tour of the New England area?
Oh, well, I just got back from the New England area, but I'm hoping, maybe right after the cruise. I'm working on some dates before the cruise, but the cruise is kind of like a huge focus point right now since,
Right.
Yes, it's months away still, but, we have to get rehearsals in and everything. So I think pretty much after that cruise is done, that's when we're going to focus on booking dates and everything. So, but I'm going to be looking to book at JR's Fastlane, which is the first place I stepped on a rock and roll stage when I was 7. And it's going to be really cool because I want to go back there and I want to be like, I'm back. Last time I was here, I was 7.
That's awesome. Back to your roots.
Last time I was there, I was 7, and I sang Separate Ways by Journey. So, I plan on going back there and maybe showing, the video footage that we have of me singing that song when I was 7, and then
that is so
singing
cool.
it there that night. So we'll see. That'd be a really good way to kick off a New England tour, my old stopping ground.
That's right. And nothing like starting out with something small when you're 7 years old, like a Journey song.
I know, right?
I'm a huge Journey song. I'm a huge
all the other
fan.
kids in your school are doing recitals like Over the Rainbow and
Twinkle Little Star.
Right. And then you come out and just, blow them all away with Journey.
Well,
exactly.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, I loved it. But I was more of a Queen of the Right kind of girl.
Nice.
Right. But even still, all
yeah.
these other kids are doing, average stuff or stuff everybody knows, and
right.
here you come.
They're still learning to tie their shoes. You're in the club rocking out. That's awesome.
Well, it's the first. When we're done, you guys should totally check out my YouTube channel because I have the video footage from that night of me singing Separate Ways on my YouTube channel.
Oh,
I will check it out here within the hour. I will be on there and check it out.
It's really funny. It's really adorable because I'm totally rocking it up there. And, now I look back at myself and I'm like, oh, gosh. But I have to admit, it's cute.
Very cool.
Yeah. So when is the date for the cruise, the rock cruise?
April.
Oh, I know I'm going to get this wrong.
It's in April?
Pay attention, Thunder.
It's in April.
I'm sorry.
It's April 8th, 22nd, and I'm sticking by that, except when you go on there and see that I'm completely wrong.
We lost her again.
Oh, no, the aliens. They're going after our guests now. This is not good.
Yeah,
No,
it's usually one of us that it takes, but...
Well, I'll give her. We'll see if she calls back. If she. Oh, there she is. Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
They're coming to. Is there a flying saucer
we also have
over your house?
aliens on this show that try to abduct us and our guests.
I'm back.
Yeah, we were.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We got you.
Yeah, so the dates for the Monsters of Rock cruise is late April. I'm going with April 18th to the 22nd, and I sure hope that's right. It's not my fault because there are so many dates that I have coming up that I can never get any of the dates right. But that's what I'm sticking with.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. I mean, that's why you have that stuff on like your website and things like that. And I imagine you tour so much that you just wherever you go, it's like Spinal Tap. You just go to the next one, and wherever you end up is where you end up. But speaking of Spinal Tap,
have you seen Spinal Tap? Have you seen This Is Spinal Tap?
I've seen parts of it, and I know that's horrible because I'm a rocker and I should have seen the whole movie by now, but I've seen like bits and pieces.
Well, basically we do this segment in each show where we ask our guests about their Spinal Tap moments where things might have gone wrong on stage, like
funny stories or just weird musician
type
stuff.
Oh, I have the best story ever.
All right, let's cue up the music real quick.
We have to do the intro.
Okay,
great.
These go to 11.
You can't press that.
Spinal Tap, second. What's wrong with being sexy?
He died. He died in a bizarre gardening accident. Thousands of people spontaneously combust each year.
Hello, Cleveland! Hello, Cleveland!
All right, let's hear it.
I love that. Okay, here's
awesome.
my story. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, I was 10 years old, and I was on stage, and it was like this outdoor festival in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it wasn't windy at all that day, and I'm on stage singing, and this, it was a really, really big stage. Like, it was like a big lighting truss and, these big systems, and out of nowhere, while I'm singing, the earth, Mother Nature, decides to bring along a huge gust of wind. So I'm on stage singing, and this gust of wind appears, and the entire lighting system breaks and falls on me.
Oh, God.
Oh my God.
I have video footage of this, and because I didn't get hurt, it's very funny.
Wow.
Wow.
So the entire stage is like messed up. So I was still singing. I didn't stop singing because, the show must go on, all that good stuff. So I jumped off stage, and luckily it was my last song. So I jumped off stage, and I ended up singing the last, however long the song was, on the grass, to the fans. I was, walking in the crowd. And then I get off stage, and, as soon as I can't be seen, I'm like, Mommy, my shoulder hurts, they had paramedics and doctors coming to my, backstage, and, I'm fine. I'm in a lot of pain right now, but I'm going to live, So there's my Spinal Tap story. There you go.
You are so metal. The whole
That's
stage
so
collapses around. You're like, I'm good. I'm just going to hop off the stage, and I'm going to finish singing a song, and you guys handle that mess for me, all right?
I just think that we found the mother of Otto from Delane's future Amazon children. I think we just now figured, because Otto obviously just survived a cannonball or a beanbag cannon to the testicles. So if he survives, if his testicles survive this, and he goes on to make his Amazon children, it's like, if you are the mother of those children, these are going to be the most metal, badass, amazing, just samurai sword-wielding children ever.
That's gonna be quite a while.
Yeah. Well, it may take
go.
a while to heal, so don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, and
man, that is insane.
I'm gonna want to win a couple of Grammy awards beforehand.
Oh,
so.
That's right. There you go. Look at you reaching for the stars. That's
funny.
awesome.
My dad is looking around the corner, what do you mean children?
Oh, we're just joking around.
Yeah, that's funny.
I have to make the announcement. We're in about 6 minutes. The show is gonna go off the air for the people who are listening. It will continue, and it'll continue recording, but you won't be able to hear it unless you're on the phone with us. We'll be the only ones that can hear it. But after we wrap it up and everything, I'm gonna upload it onto YouTube. I usually do it a day or two later, but I'm gonna get it up there tonight. So it'll be up there sometime tonight, so that people can hear it in its entirety. But let's go ahead and play the last song that we have, which is This is not the end. And we'll play that, and we'll be right back on the Will and Thunder Show. Welcome back to the Will and Thunder Show. That was, of course, was Gabbie Rae with her song "This Is Not the End," another incredible ballad. Really, okay, I'm lost for words. Anyway, the show will.
Good job. Great job.
The show's gonna go off in about 26 seconds, but it will be up on YouTube in its entirety later tonight. So, but
yeah, we're still gonna continue, but we're going into overtime. Basically,
right.
So, but you'll get to hear that when it's uploaded to YouTube for those of you listening in.
I'm excited for it to go on YouTube because I'm going to share with all my Facebook friends.
Sweet.
Well, we'll usually have that up within about a day or so. So when it's posted, we'll have it up on our Facebook as well.
I'm going to get it up tonight. Just for...
Oh,
he's
God,
motivated.
We've got minors on the show. Quiet.
Speaking of Facebook and such, how can people get in touch with, what's your Facebook page and your Twitters or what have you? How can people get in touch with you?
Actually, you can find me on Facebook. I have a fan page. Make sure to go and like it.
Absolutely.
You can follow me on Twitter at Gabbie Rae Rocks. It's GABBIERAE Rocks. And my website's the same, GabbieRaeRocks.com. I'm on Reverb Nation. I'm trying to get to number 1 on the Hollywood charts for Scream, and so far I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm still in the top 10. I haven't actually logged on in 2 days, but so find me on Reverb Nation, and my YouTube channel is also Gabbie Rae Rocks. Follow me on Instagram. I'm everywhere.
So if you go to number 1, can you could you think that we might have had something to do with that? Because we're a magical show, we put bands on the Billboard charts, and
it's
so
obvious. Yeah, I think you guys would be responsible.
All right. We could get a recording of that.
Wait a second.
Now, real quick, Gabbie, can I get a promo from you like we did from Pamela? Just like, this is Gabbie Rae, and you're listening to the Will and Thunder Show.
Yeah, mine probably won't be as great as Pamela, but I'll try.
Oh, go for it.
I think you'll do just fine.
Okay, so the Will and Thunder Show. I got it. Okay, you ready?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, here goes nothing. Hey guys, this is Gabbie Rae, and you're listening to the Will and Thunder Show.
That was perfect.
Oh, good.
That was.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
That was awesome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll have that. I'll have that. We'll play it on next week's show.
Oh, perfect.
Well, you're going to have to keep in contact with us and let us know when it gets closer to your album being put out. I know that, it's going to take a while, the whole writing process and, getting everything recorded and getting it all mastered down. It takes some time, but you're definitely going to have to keep up with us and let us know what's going on.
Yeah,
when the album's out, you definitely have to come back on the show and share some more Spinal Tap moments with us.
I would love to, because I'm sure I'll have more. Believe me, I'm so clumsy, I'm sure.
I can't believe that the stage fell on you. That's just
And just putting it out there once again, if Todd Latore would like to come on and share his Spinal Tap moments with us, we would be more than happy to.
Okay, fangirl. Damn.
Exactly.
Hey, I own it. Okay, I own it. All right.
I'm gonna say something. So I'm gonna schmoozle him a little bit. You ready?
Wait, let me put a drum roll on this then. If it's a big announcement. Okay.
All right. This is gonna get him on your show. Okay, you ready? Todd Latore's too perfect to have a Spinal Tap moment. That's good. I'm telling you, it's gonna work.
Okay.
We appreciate it. You're fantastic.
You're magical too. So maybe if we put our magic together, we can create like this big, like Gandalf-esque hybrid of magical power goodness. It's really
we'll
late.
See.
I haven't had any sleep.
Yeah, I'll be messaging you guys. So did it work yet? Did it work?
I know. We're trying.
Yeah, well, I'll keep you guys posted if you keep me posted.
Absolutely.
We'll be like the Voltron of metal. I just aged myself right now. We'll activate all our powers together and become even more metal.
Yeah, we'll make it happen.
Metal twin powers activate. Okay,
that's
that
right. Awesome. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah, you've been a lot of fun too. This has been an awesome time. Yay.
Yeah, I love you guys. This is fun. We need to do this again.
Yeah, we should. We will definitely. We'd love to have you back when the album's out, or when you're ready to when you guys get the Queensryche Pamela Moore Gabbie Rae Festival going on. And
okay. Yeah, sure.
It's gonna happen. I feel it.
Okay.
I know it.
If you believe it, I
cool.
believe.
Oh,
okay,
well, thank you.
I think we're all a little bit of fangirls.
Oh yes. Well, I mean,
I
that's
just don't
what
get a
brought
chance
me down this road. So
I just don't get a chance to rag on Christiana very often, so I'm taking it.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I don't feel any offense at all by being called a fangirl, especially not of Queensryche, because they know it. So everyone knows it. It's not a secret.
We've all got a little bit of fangirl in us. I'm telling you.
That's right. And I know Will and Thunder are fanboys, have fanboys of their own of certain things. We're not going to talk about Thunder's secret fanboy love that Will likes to rag on him about. I'm not ragging on him because I don't see anything wrong with it, but I know Will likes to razz him about it every now and then. So
I'm not even going to ask.
Oh, I'll tell you.
No, I don't care.
Just throw it right out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, Thunder doesn't care. Then go for it, Will. Do it.
Well, Nelson.
Did we just touch on an 80s band that Gabbie hasn't heard of?
No, you have not.
All right, cool.
I love that.
Yeah, what's wrong with Nelson, right?
There was nothing wrong with Nelson.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I do.
Fanboy.
I mean, I like Nelson. I do. I mean, I like their music. Or a couple of their songs. I mean, big deal.
There's
but
nothing wrong with it.
I also like Disturbed, and I like Suicidal Tendencies, and I like Dio, and I like Iron Maiden, and I used to like Doc until he tried killing bass players.
Yeah, okay.
Poor Thunder. I think we've just about sent him to the house with all this bass players stuff.
Oh, it's great.
We kid because we love.
Yes.
I just I've been meaning to ask this question, but I wanted to, I want to get it out there before we wrap this up. But the musicians on Scream, I mean, who is the guitarist on that? Because that was some incredible guitar work in that song.
The guitar work was actually done by Patrick Kennison, who is you might know him. He was with the Union Underground, and now he plays for Lita Ford.
Okay.
So he also wrote Scream with Chase Jentz, and he did the guitar work for that.
Very cool.
Nice.
That was definitely that was impressive.
Yeah, he's got some talent.
Yeah, he'll do. He'll be all right for now.
Yeah, I guess it'll work. No, he's amazing.
Well, that's awesome. But I like that you give props to your band too, and it's you don't have lead singer syndrome, that's for sure.
No, I have plenty of people who would slap me back down to earth, so I think I'll be okay.
Well, we don't want anyone slapping you, so.
just talking to you and knowing the people you have around you, I cannot wait. I mean, from the music I've heard tonight, especially your rendition, Rainbow in the Dark, I can't wait for your album to come out.
Thank you.
Definitely have. You have a powerful, beautiful voice. It's going to be something special, and I can't wait till we get a little closer and get to hear some more from you. And I can't wait to see you at 7 years old singing Journey. I'm going to do that here as soon as the show's over.
It's adorable, I'm telling you.
I was just about to ask you, I mean, I know obviously you want to focus on original material on your album, but are there any other songs you would like to cover in the future, or any songs you would like to put like in the studio that you would like to cover that you haven't yet or have in mind?
Well, I think when we release the EP, I'm going to do like a bonus track kind of thing. And the bonus track would be that recording of Rainbow in the Dark. because the recording of Rainbow in the Dark that you just played hasn't been released for sale yet. So I think I would put that as a bonus track on the upcoming CD.
So we kind of played an exclusive world premiere there, sort of, a little bit.
Oh,
something
totally.
you can't really get anywhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. I still love that thing.
Well, every time
I don't think I
come
can ever
here,
get tired of that.
You see, they both have the little studio on the computer thing right there, so they get to push buttons. I don't get buttons either, so I understand how you feel right now. I want buttons too.
Oh,
you could if you wanted to.
You know, that's unfair. He should get his buttons.
I think I'm going to get my buttons.
He could log in just as easy as I do. But he always says he's not computer savvy, so...
I'm not that computer savvy. I'm old. Look, that's what I have my kids for. I'm like, here, look, I can't use my phone. You fix this for me. Will's the computer guy. I'm not the computer guy. I'm just a bass player.
Will will set up the buttons for you.
That's right.
Well, we need our bass players. I mean, you are helpful in many other ways.
That's right.
You don't have to be computer savvy. I mean, you're busy with your conspiracies and fighting off the aliens and trying to convince everyone why Steven Tyler is great.
That's right. I mean, I'm busy. I have other things I have to tend to. But anyhow, well, Gabbie, thank you so much for being on our show, man. This has been amazing. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you so
awesome.
much. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for coming onto our show at really such short notice, because the guests we were supposed to have tonight, I don't know what happened. I think they got abducted by the aliens or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, it worked out. Either way, it worked out. Exactly. It worked out to our benefit by far.
Oh, well,
Absolutely.
thank you. You guys are sweet.
But I think that's really cool of you that you stepped in and stole the show, and that you did this so nicely for us and came on to our show and all that good stuff. And we'd love to have you back in the near future when your album is ready. So good luck with the new album, and we can't wait to hear what you got next.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we wish you the best of everything. So we will catch up with you later down the line, and have a great evening.
All right, you too.
Have a good night. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Wildman George of Overlord SR, and you're listening to the Will and Thunder Show.